Or Chapter 2, Central Vehicle, the washing facility design concept. 2, 1 overview with the same with the central vehicle washing facility, for the vehicle, the preparation where washing for the vehicle, the sum of the figure 2, 1 for the same with the central vehicle, the wash facility, the plan, how the layout with the facility that will be in sight with the specifics based on the installation the information for the site with the master plan with the family. Chapter 3, design example, the provide appendix B with the 221. Sorry, 22. Pre-wash optional. With the installation heavy, these are only the condition of the high demand of the washing are limited with the washing with the pre-wash system with the recommended error. Some option pre-wash system have the construction for use of the technical vehicle by washing with the air spray with the water spray, staying with the automatic wash with the vehicle, but have the most of the effect with the pre-wash for the system and tactical vehicle with the figure 2 show the typical central vehicle washing plan with the comments approved with the pre-wash system with the tactical vehicle for the commercial type. Show if the TMP with the commercial automatic wash with the nav facility with the describe the central vehicle washing facility. 2, 3, washer treatment. The system with the conveying with the treating of the wash wastewater, then include with the central vehicle, the washing with the design stamp of the water with the vehicle will become contaminated with the dirt and debris with the product with the relay with the vehicle operations for the oil, fuel, the hydraulic fuel, the gas or greases. All wastewater must be received the primary treatment, the removal of the suitability of floating material, the following with the primary treatment of the wastewater, either relief of the collection ship with the floor, the further treated with the on the side with the with the reuse during the future washing operation. The water used with the wash of the vehicle should be recycled whenever the possible feasible. However, the aim with the total recycle of the system, some with the wastewater with the money meeting with the relief of the discharge system before after the relief of the secondary treatment. The discharge is done with the ensure the water quality, water balance with the maintain with the makeup of the water added with the recycle system, the concept of the volume of the water carried out with the wet vehicle with the release of the loss of the evaporation. 2, 3, 1 primary treatment. The all wastewater must receive with the primary treatment. The sediment base with the provide the primary treatment. The requirement all allowed to allow most of the suspense solvent with the cell with allow with the before you grease oil and other pollutants to separate the wastewaters. 2, 3, 2 secondary treatment for the purpose of the secondary manual secondary treatment the intermittent sand filter with the lagoon with the discharge of the sanitary sewage system with the title system on site with the site with the secondary with the treatment that you've been following with the primary treatment of the water not to be water is to be recyclable. These methods include with the intermittent sand filters lagoons are not to be are not standard system that include because they have been not used they have been used as wastewater treatment. Remember the civilian vehicle washing central vehicle washing system of the lagoons are not allowed with the certain states for the secondary treatment the control of the state regulation of the sewer system and the handling wastewater with the discharge. Sanitary sewer must be able to do installation with the bump that you do with the conjunction with the recycling system for the Air Force project. Or discharge with existing in a sanitary with the stormwater system. Approval to be the regional environmental section must be granted prior to the discharge. 2, 3, 2, 1 intermittent sand filter. The secondary treatment is for the compromise of the equalizing basin and for the intermittent sand filter with the equalizing basin hold with the wastewater after the primary treatment before with the apply with the filter to equalize with the flow rates damped with the high and low variations. A dowsing tank with the must be approved provided with the after flowing with the equalizing basin provided with the wastewater with the one of the for the portion with the sand filter with the dosing of the tank with the design option with which allow with the flexible side with the pumping facility with the sand filter should be used during the more than 2 hours in any of the 8-hour period. Water quality testing may capability recommended for the pointing of the following intermittent sand filter with the dimension with the quality of the amount of the treated wastewater to be recycled at the point where the facility should be provided with allow with the recirculating all of the portion with the filled water back with the filter of the equalizing base of the remain with the filtered water flow with the water supply basins over the reuse of the water overflow with the facilities provided with the hydraulic protection with the secondary with the treatment of the profit should be located with the water supply basin with the emergency storm relief of the overflow system should be able to be marked with the controlled partial wastewater with the relief of the further assist for the maintain quality with the quantity with the recycled water. Hydraulic protection should be also provided with the equalizing basin as I of the chapter 6 present with the detail of the sand filter sand filter treatment system. 2322 lagoon system secondary treatment system consists of the basin with the basin for the wastewater held with the exterior period with the time to achieve the desired water quality with the tree water level flow with the water supply with the basin for use of the quality water quality testing meter quality capability recommended to provide with as well with the overflow with the protection chapter 6 relating with the lagoon treatment system the greater detail standard 1 standard vehicle central vehicle washing facility the plans the control building hydrant exterior the dumpster the preparation area the slope treatment system washing stations trenching trench drain and slope and assembly area of the exterior road and paved discharge system if it's recyclable with the trees if they economically technically feasible with the operation practical with the wastewater supply with the available with the wastewater with the central vehicle washing facility with the must be discharge with the sanitary sewer with some of the other conveyance with the further the treatment elsewhere per trimmer with the minimum level of treatment required with the discharge of the wastewater with the discharge into the system with the quality acceptable for the receipt with the authority quality however that may not be only criteria for the rate but the discharge may also be limiting factor thus requiring equalizing basing prior to the point of the relief of the discharge system drainage system with the detailed in Chapter 6 with the Air Force project that must be for discharging the existing sanitary stormwater system. Proof of the base regional environmental section with the must be granted prior to the discharge. Figure 2.2 with a central vehicle washing facility plan with a pre-wash. I'm sure the entrance not being paved with a preparation slope with the slope of the traffic flow with the slope. Hydrant dumpster area of lighting pre-bath pre-wash with the curbing of the working on work level lighting, sidewalk of the control building, pipeline open with the chain of the drain water level, the control sections, bypassing lane, the open trench drains, open preparation slope of the washing, working lighting in the bypass lane, a granite trench drain with the washing station assembly over the slope of the wastewater to the treatment system, the hydrant, and the area of the floating is the exit road must be paved. For supply basement, after secondary treatment of the recycling ship of the water, discharge of the water supply with the base with the reeve with the central vehicle washing system with the recycle of the water supply basement, the option with the reliable consider the source of the water is not available. The water supply basin may have to be constructed with the side of the large enough to hold the water volume of the required of the basement that can be filled with the water source of the flow of the rate during the non-peak of the hours of the high demand required during the washing operation. The design must be particular water source for the UV of the air brake for the equipment to prevent backflow over the back and the cyclogen additional make of the water for the engine for the water supply should be metered. 3. Chapter 3 Master Planning.